What's going on, everybody? Justin here to do a new episode of The List. Episode 36 of The List. Last one I did was 35. That was, I think, 2 weeks ago. Anyways, this is episode 36 of The List, and I'm excited. I got some great news. Great news in the terms of wrestling news to discuss. Let me just get back to, let me go to the website where I found the news. Anyways, great news. So, just fantastic news. Fantastic news when I just got home from work. It's such great news. I'm in a great mood because of it. I was not in a great mood earlier at work because I'm pretty tired as hell. And my body's pretty sore from working hard. Anyways, great news. Puts me in a fantastic mood. Much happier. It's great news. I never thought it would happen, at least so fast, that the guy would come back. What I will be discussing in this episode of The List, Mauro Ranallo. Mauro Ranallo is back. He's fucking back in NXT. He will join NXT. And I'll talk about that and my feelings on it and thoughts on Mauro Ranallo coming back to WWE. Doesn't matter to me that it's not in the main roster. It's still part of WWE. And NXT is mostly a lot more entertaining than the main roster shows anyway, especially the takeovers. But I'll be discussing two other news topics. The first one, I just found this out right now. Just reading it, WWE Network is adding episodes of WWE's ECW reboot. In 2006, I was excited. I was excited for it in 2006. I was really excited because I actually thought, with Paul Heyman a part of it, and guys like Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, Sandman, Stevie Richards, even new guys like CM Punk. Bobby Lashley was a part of it. Kevin Thorne with his manager, Ariel, who was Shelly Martinez. So I thought the reboot of ECW was going to be great, because I thought Vince wasn't going to be stupid and was going to let Paul Heyman book and run it like a third brand, like ECW used to be, like the original ECW. Of course, this WWE's reboot of ECW back in 2006, it couldn't be the original because you had to tone it down. It had to be toned down. Couldn't be as out of control as it used to be. And I was okay with that. Rob Van Dam was made the ECW World Champion on the first episode. Paul Heyman came out, gave him the ECW World title. And RVD had the ECW World title. And he had the WWE Championship on both shoulders. That was pretty awesome. I'm a big fan of RVD. Always have been. I mean, Rob Van Dam back in 99, RVD was one of my favorite wrestlers because the guy was so damn good in his prime in 99. He was still good in 2006. So here it says, I guess WWE put this statement out, I don't know. It says WWE's version of ECW was widely panned by fans because they hated it, and I didn't like it either. So I still watched until the end of 2006 WWE's ECW. I've been still watching 2007. I think I watched in 08 and 09 also, but I wasn't happy with the product because it was not anything like the original ECW. I mean, in 07, after Paul Heyman left, had a disagreement. Paul Heyman definitely was burned out. The guy didn't want to be in WWE anymore, so Paul Heyman and WWE had a disagreement. I believe Paul Heyman had a big fight and an argument with Vince. So Heyman was gone. And then in 2007, Vince thought it'd be a good idea to make himself ECW World Champion. Not a good idea. Anyways, it goes on to say, while the 2006 One Night Stand pay-per-view was widely considered a success in terms of purchases and fan interest, the product flopped otherwise. Rob Van Dam and Sabu would be arrested on marijuana possession charges not long after the relaunch. The incident resulted in WWE booking RVD to lose both the WWE and ECW World Championships. And I don't know whose idea it was for Big Show to win the world title, the ECW World Championship. That was a stupid, bad idea. To have the Big Show ECW World Champion, that was really stupid. I can't imagine that Paul Heyman said to Vince, let's make Big Show ECW World Champion. That was just stupid. I mean, they had Kurt Angle. ECW's brand had Kurt Angle. Why didn't they make Kurt Angle ECW World Champion? I mean, Big Show, I didn't like Big Show World Champion. Kurt Angle would have been better. Sabu would have been better. CM Punk would have been better. Anybody. Rhino, I mean, anybody. So anyways, following the disastrous December to Dismember pay-per-view in late 2006, Paul Heyman and WWE parted ways. The brand continued downhill afterwards, and now you can relive it all on WWE Network. So I haven't signed in. I just got home. I haven't signed in to WWE Network. I probably will pretty soon to check out if WWE's ECW is on the network right now. I could actually do it right now. While I'm talking, I guess I could sign in while I'm doing this episode of the list. Anyways. So my guess is the WWE's ECW episodes are in the vault section. That's probably where they'll be with WCW's, NWA, AWA, Mid-South episodes, Primetime Wrestling episodes. And I watch the vault. I watch it all the time. I mean, I love Primetime Wrestling. I've been watching that for the past 2-3 months. Because they put a whole bunch of new episodes of Primetime Wrestling. So, WWE's ECW, now a part of WWE Network, finally. It's about time you could say, I didn't really miss it. I didn't miss WWE's ECW not being on the network. I didn't really care. Because I remember a lot of the episodes, and they were pretty damn boring, except for CM Punk on the shows. Also, I didn't like the setup. How they had the setup of WWE's ECW right after SmackDown. That was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. If WWE's ECW brand could have went on the road for themselves every week, if WWE wouldn't have been cheap and would have put up the money for them to go to small arenas, like 2,000 people would have probably showed up, bought tickets. WWE actually could have made a profit if they would have put ECW on the road. And yes, in the 06, ECW did do a few house shows by themselves, but not that many. And they did do their own pay-per-view, December to Dismember, which was an absolute mess. And a really boring, just no direction show. It wasn't an ECW pay-per-view. It was a WWE's watered-down version of ECW. So now I'm signed in to the network. It should only take like 30 seconds. Because I got to sign in. Or I did sign in already. I'm in the vault section. I don't see it. So I don't see the episodes of WWE's ECW. Or maybe it's here. It's not in the old... I clicked or pressed the ECW letters in the vault, and I don't see it. Let's go to all the years. I need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not here. I don't know where it would be. I'll check the other... I'll check the in-ring section to the network. So, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see WWE's ECW anywhere. Originals, it wouldn't be under originals. So, I don't know where it is. I don't see it. So, let me check one more time in the vault. I don't see it. Anyways, they don't give a date in this article on when WWE's ECW is going to be a part of the network. I don't know, maybe next week. But as of right now, I don't see it anywhere. And I just checked. So my next story on this episode of the list, next thing I'm going to talk about is WWE's Mae Young Classic. And they announced 4 more names to the tournament. One of them is Tessa Blanchard. Tully Blanchard's daughter. She's a very good worker. Tessa Blanchard, part of the Mae Young Classic. On Thursday, which is today, WWE sent in word that 5 additional competitors have been announced for the upcoming Mae Young Classic Women's Tournament. Among the participants is Tessa Blanchard, daughter of Hall of Famer 4 Horsemen, Tully Blanchard. And then it goes on to say the anticipation for WWE's inaugural Mae Young Classic. I don't know why this stupid phone started making noise. Anyways, I lost the article and gotta get it back. Some video, I guess an advertisement, started playing. Oh man, I clicked on the wrong fucking thing. Just give me a minute while I get it back. Probably would be better off doing this list show by looking at my computer, but I'm looking at a phone instead. So I got the article back now. My God, it's getting hot in here. So it goes on to say the inaugural Mae Young Classic continues to grow with the announcement of 5 more entries into the tournament, as first reported by ESPN.com. Third-generation wrestler Tessa Blanchard, hard-hitting veteran Abby somebody, I can't pronounce her name. She's a black belt judo winner, I guess. Teron Connery, International Bruiser, Jazzy Gilbert, and Great Khali's prodigy, some woman. So anyways, additional to the Classic, which streams this summer exclusively on WWE Network, they will be joined by Tori Storm, Princess somebody, and Lacey Evans and Sarah Logan, who were announced last week for the 32 women tournament. 32 women in it. So my thoughts on Tessa Blanchard joining the Mae Young Classic, I like it. She's a very good wrestler, very good worker. She's been a part of NXT before in tapings, like for the last 1 or 2 years. Will Tessa Blanchard win the Mae Young Classic? I doubt that, but she'll probably have a good showing. So now I'm going to do my final story and talk about Mauro Ranallo. Mauro Ranallo is back. I'm so fucking happy. The guy is back in WWE because, well, to be part of the NXT broadcast team. So I guess Tom Phillips will be leaving NXT just to focus on his work on SmackDown. Tom Phillips was pretty damn good as part of NXT for the last 2-3 years. He's been pretty good. I've enjoyed Tom Phillips in NXT. The guy's been a good voice for NXT. But Tom Phillips, you are not Mauro. You are not on the level of Mauro Ranallo. He's the best. He is at the top of the list of the absolute best commentators in wrestling today. He's the absolute best at it. That's my opinion. And he is one of my favorites to listen to. So it says he's back. Mauro Ranallo announced on Thursday that after he and WWE mutually decide to part ways, both sides have continued interest in working together and have agreed to terms on a new deal. So his original contract was up in August. I don't know if they paid him the rest of his contract. They probably did. But now it says he has a new deal. So it must be a new contract. I hope it's for 2 or 3 years. Because, oh man, I love Mauro Ranallo. I love the guy's style of commentating. The guy is entertaining as hell. The guy is just... His energy when he announces, it jumps through the TV screen. It jumps through the screen. It grabs you. It pulls you into the action. It gets you excited. It gets you hype. I mean, listening to Mauro definitely makes his shows better. It made SmackDown better when he joined SmackDown, and Mauro joining NXT will definitely make NXT much better and much more entertaining. His announcing will make the show much more exciting and better, in my opinion. A lot better. Mauro working with Nigel McGuinness should be very good. Nigel's a pro. He's done it for years in Ring of Honor. And Percy Watson will probably still be working with them. And Percy Watson will probably learn a lot from Mauro Ranallo. So it goes on to say, after they agreed on terms on a new deal, Ranallo is done calling SmackDown, but is joining the NXT broadcast team. He made sure to mention this had nothing to do with the rumors about disputes before. Triple H, about 1 or 2 hours ago, or about an hour ago, posted a tweet, said Mauro Ranallo and at WWE NXT, hashtag like a glove, hashtag mega powers, hashtag we are NXT. So Triple H made the announcement on Twitter. that Mauro's in NXT. And during his hiatus from WWE, Ranallo signed on to be one of the new voices of Bellator MMA, along with former UFC commentator Mike Goldberg. Ranallo will be at ringside calling the action for the big Floyd Mayweather-Conor McGregor boxing fight on August 26th from Vegas. I'm going to be watching that fight because I want to see what the hell is going to happen. Floyd will probably win, but who cares? I want to see what the hell is going to happen in that McGregor-Mayweather fight. I'm interested enough probably to buy the pay-per-view. So then Mauro Ranallo posted an Instagram post on his Instagram account, posting a picture of the NXT promo poster, letters NXT, with Asuka, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Roode in it, and Ember Moon in it. And it says NXT Wednesdays on WWE Network. Mauro Ranallo goes on to write, "The NXT chapter begins. WWE and I mutually agreed to end my responsibilities on SmackDown, having nothing to do with rumors about disputes, as I remained under contract with WWE. We discussed a variety of options. Despite originally agreeing to part ways, there was always a desire to continue working together. We have come to terms on a new agreement that benefits both WWE and me, and I'm thrilled to announce I will now be a part of the NXT broadcast team." Fantastic news. This is great news. Great news. I never wanted Mauro to be gone from SmackDown in the first place. I never wanted him to be gone. I like the guy. I'm a fan of the guy. The guy is so damn good at his job as a commentator. The guy knows it all. The guy knows every single wrestling move. He knows how to call wrestling. He's great at it. And he knows more wrestling moves than I do. And I know a lot of them, but he knows them all. He knows how to call boxing, knows how to call kickboxing, knows how to call MMA. Mauro Ranallo is great. The guy is fantastic. His style of wrestling commentary, as I said, I love it. He's probably he is one of my favorite commentators in wrestling history. Him and Jim Ross are probably tied together as two of my favorites. So very just fantastic news. I'm very happy that WWE, or I think Triple H, had a lot to do with this. I think Triple H reached out and called Mauro, and Triple H probably talked to him and said, I want you in NXT. Come back. I want you in NXT. There will be no stupid, drunk, dumbass JBL there to mess with you. I don't think Triple H is a fan of JBL anyways, but Vince is. Anyways, Triple H, I think, reached out to Mauro because WWE knows the past 1, 2, 3 months, 4 months, or since before WrestleMania, WWE's got a lot of backlash, a ton of backlash, mostly probably from fans on Twitter. I know me, I lashed out at WWE. I tweeted them a few times and said, bring back Mauro, bring him back. So I lashed out at them, and I know a lot of friends also did on Twitter. So a lot of fans, because WWE, the backlash they got, I'm not talking about the pay-per-view, no pun intended, the backlash they got from fans probably emailing them, tweeting them, stuff like that. It was a great idea. It's a great idea to bring back Mauro. All parties involved, WWE benefits, because they're going to have Mauro a part of NXT. That's a good thing. That'll just make the NXT brand feel bigger, like it's major leagues, bigger and better with Mauro. And Mauro being back, part of NXT, to get to call the action is fantastic. I'm sure he's very happy. I'm very happy as a fan of his. Mauro, you're fantastic. This is fantastic news. I'm very happy you're back. Mauro Ranallo back, calling the action in WWE NXT. He better be the lead play-by-play guy, because I think Tom Phillips is going to go away and just stay on SmackDown. So this does, Triple H said it in a tweet, it fits like a glove. And it really does. Mauro in NXT is a great fit. It's perfect, in my opinion. The guy's going to get to call talents like Aleister Black, Drew McIntyre matches, Bobby Roode, Roderick Strong, Asuka matches. Mauro's going to be fantastic. Mamma mia, it's great news. I'm so happy about it. This ends this episode 36 of The List. Hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at WWENXT Guy. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have a great Friday and great Thursday and great weekend. Bye for now.